Good day, viewers. Welcome back to Skelter Blade.
Traitor Frank here.
Now you're expecting why I'm here. What happened? I don't know what it's about anyway. So let's go.
Yeah?
Snark? I don't see it around.
Who?
Hello? Michiru! Chi too!
We meet again. Hey there! Thank goodness, looks like everyone's safe.
Haru? Miko?
I'm here too.
Dad?
You all disappeared suddenly, so we came by the tower to check. Then we saw the follower climbing the tower with some merchants and went into full alert. We decided to follow them, and that's when we met these two.
Michiru and Chikaki? Went in by themselves?
Haru and the others found me while I was following the followers entering the tower.
Wait, the merchants were with the followers?
Well, my sister said that she saw the followers and the merchants going up the tower together. But something isn't right. I couldn't see their faces very well, but I'm pretty sure that was Michiru. That's impossible. She was with me all along. In any case, it's fortunate that we were all able to meet her. I suppose with all the merchants around, it's good that everyone's safe.
Something is definitely wrong. Jack? Like Snow White said, the tower is filled with merchants.
I don't think merchants will be good to humans.
If so, how did everyone make it here without being attacked? Yeah, merchants keep attacking me over and over again.
Yours are a different case. I would assume evaluating what Snark goes, I would answer that query.
Snark's goal?
What do you mean by that? Why did we, Michiru and the members of the Dawn, come to this tower?
That's because everyone came after the followers who went up this tower. We destroyed the course all the way, and the jail imitated a sound of joy. I see. If both were needed to attain Snark's goal, then... No. What if those were goals that Snark wanted? Now that Snark achieved its goal, it doesn't care about anything else.
Splendid, Jack. In that case, there's only one thing to do.
Yeah, it's time for us to discover the truth that we've been looking for.
What truth do you mean?
There have been too many odd events until now. We figured out that we escape plan was just a ruse. There's probably a traitor among us, and the traitor is using to escape plan on their own goal.
What the? What's on the surface isn't always the truth, just like our existence. Your existence? What are you talking about?
Hehe, you're all strong little birdies.
We really didn't want to notice.
But we also needed to know the truth. Yup. I'm still new here, but I will not accept lies.
Well, this is fake.
Yeah. I'm ready to go back to taking things easy, which why I want to finish this up soon. It's simple. I tried for fooling others and being fooled.
Yes, I don't mind using others, but I won't stand being used by them.
We have a traitor here, and that's probably who this Snark is.
Oh, so Snark is among us? Traitor!
Yes, Snark was watching us, and the jail was communicating with the nightmares. Despite our reservation, we believed in the escape plan and continued with our missions. And all the while, there was a different plan in the works.
Things would have changed if it weren't for the information we gathered to detain Snark.
That's why we want to find the truth and have everyone one of us escaped here alive.
Here? As in the jail?
From this absurd story, everyone here knows we must have wandered into some strange story. A story is complete when the book is closed. That's why we need to end this one. All the characters here are here now. All that left is for us to discover Snark and end it.
But then who is the traitor?
That's...
You say it. You're the existence that possesses the strongest will to end this story.
Yes, my feelings are the same as yours, Jack. We won't get in your way.
Hurry up and spill it already.
Okay. I believe the traitor is...
Oh, you have to choose! What did you choose?
Among the Dawn. A member among the Dawn.
How did you know so quickly?
The professor's lying to us all this time.
You know it could be those two.
I didn't want to believe it, but I think it's someone from in the Dawn.
You mean one of them here?
Yes, only those in the Dawn knew about the escape plan and what the jail is. And remember, there's a monitoring room inside the secret room in the laboratory.
I didn't notice that, but the one I'm really concerned about is the security guard.
It makes sense that someone in the Dawn would pull the string to manipulate the plan. So then, who is this traitor? That's...
Okay. Haru, Miko, the professor. The traitor is...
The professor. Professor, it's you.
Oh. Do you think so too, Red Riding Hood? I guess she does. Now then, tell me what led you to suspect me of being a traitor.
It's because your plan went so smoothly as if it had been orchestrated from the beginning.
Oh, I was actually quite pleased to see that our hard work and research were paying off.
That's not all. The jail is very pleased now. Pleased to see us destroy the horse. Pleased in a way that it seemed like it wanted to grow as well. Is it merely a coincidence?
Let me give you a word of advice. In order to prevent BS, consider a different perspective.
A different perspective?
Thinking is more important than actual evaluation. Now then, let's think this out for a moment, shall we? The escape plan is based on the ecology of the jail. Aligning your plan with its behavior is vital. Would it only be natural to come up with a plan utilizing that knowledge?
That means you knew that the jail wanted the horse destroyed. How do you know that?
After long hours of research, not to mention the additional discovery that were reported.
But what the members of the Dawn knew and didn't know is too unusual, arbitrary even.
Oh.
For example, determining an occult theory about the horse functions shortly after hearing it.
True, we can only theorize of known biota based on the knowledge in line and our own observations. But what you're saying is more in relation in the Dawn itself rather than me individually, correct? Yes, in that case, Miko and the others are at fault for keeping silent about their doubts. Or maybe Miko and Haru are your cohorts.
Cohorts? It's true that Miko and Haru seem to be hiding something from us.
Well, I suppose it can be helped if we were suspected as cohorts.
Miko.
As the only one who survived the tragedy 15 years ago, his vast knowledge seems trustworthy. As a researcher, I also wanted to know what would happen in the jail once the plan succeeded.
So you're telling us that you turned a blind eye because of that? Pretty lazy if you ask me.
I suppose it would be difficult to use logic in my defense when I had acted based on trust. I guess you can say I am not fit to be a researcher. Miko, it doesn't concern me that you had your doubts while working with me here. In fact, I see you as a comrade who helped to uncover the truth behind the jail. And that applies to you as well, Haru. You were waiting to see the jail growth, isn't that right? No, I've been trying to stop you from the start.
Huh?
I get a friend that oh, is that so? All this time I thought we shared the same goals. That's quite unfortunate to hear. Would calling you a traitor be the much of exaggeration? I'm joking, of course.
This isn't good. I can't get the professor to confess.
It looked like we derailed for a moment now then. Now then, is there anything else?
There has to be something. That's right. There was something strange about the memo we found. The usual memo we found before was written by you, wasn't it? But you kept that a secret.
I believe I mentioned it. Mentioned it then, but I wasn't hiding anything. I simply forgot about it.
There has to be something else. That's right. The memo we was referring to the Riding Hood, wasn't it? Huh? The first infant was found here. Our leader said that she killed a martyr with her bare hands. Well, at least that's what Dad told me. He said that I was a brave baby who smiled even when facing a Martian. The memo we found at the station grounds, different from what you told Red Riding Hood. The memo said that the leader found her, whereas what you said made it her like you found her. If it wasn't there when the Riding Hood was found, why would you say that he was? It's true that the professor said he just forgot. He said he forgot about writing the memos and mistakenly left it had found here. Is that even possible if it can be coincidence and both of these issues would be mistaken?
What's the matter, Jack? You've been pretty quiet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is there something bothering you? I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm sorry for my forgetfulness and for fostering doubts among you all.
What can I do to prove my doubts?
Isn't this enough, Jack? I don't think we have any more time to spare here. Think about my earlier advice. I'm sure that will clear any doubts you may have towards me.
Advice?
Let me give you a word of advice. In order to prevent bias, consider a different perspective.
There is something that will explain what happened to that big coincidence. Jack? Professor, who are you? What if my doubts are in the memo were true? You did find a Riding Hood with the leader, and you didn't remember leaving a memo behind? The only way that both could be possible is you're not the professor. You were someone else in the party where the Riding Hood was found.
What? Quite an interesting assumption. Let me ask you a question then. How can you prove that I'm not Professor Tojima?
Do I have something I could prove the professor is fake? Huh? Uh-oh.
You're good with one or two choices, but with so many choices, you have something problematic. That's the first thing he gave you.
He said he wrote those memos, right?
Yeah?
But how come the letters are different?
Yes, I kinda noticed that. A little different, I suppose.
No, it's a big different. It's a big different.
Yes, yes, I kinda see the difference. Especially the drawing.
Badly though.
Yeah,
So it has to be this one.
guess so. Magnolia Leaf Memo.
This is proof that you're a fake. That's the memo professor wrote about the magnolia leaves.
I didn't know you had such a thing with you.
This is the only item that was written by the professor himself. Magnolia?
Yeah, the leaves look like this drawing. Well, we just call them magnolia leaf because they look similar to the ones in the outside world.
This looks like Dad's. Yikes! His penmanship is sloppy as usual. You can clearly tell that your memo and we found are different. This proves that you're not Professor Tojima.
Quite interesting, but isn't that evidence too insufficient to be considered proof?
Huh?
I was hurt badly in the tragedy 15 years ago. Miko cared for me so she would remember my wounds. Yes, he did get badly injured back then. I didn't bring it up before, but since that time, my right hand doesn't move as much as before. That's the reason my handwriting looks different. I only didn't want to bring up my past injuries.
I didn't know that, Dad.
Does that answer your doubts, Jack?
He's finding excuses for everything I'm pitting against him.
Man, he's good at lying, that's for sure.
Isn't there anything else I can say?
Not yet, Jack. You still have one more thingy with you.
Gretel.
Remember what we talked about? Remember why I thought there was a traitor in the dawn?
The conversation with Gretel. I remember now.
Did it ever dawn on you that the areas I was didn't have the eye you made mention of before?
No, I.
One other thing, no one had been able to enter the area for quite a while, including those from the dawn.
What are you trying to say?
Maybe someone in the dawn is working with the jail and is monitoring us. Has that ever occurred to you?
It didn't dawn on me back then, but maybe Gretel already connected the eye with being monitored. If so, Professor, do you know what those eyes in the different areas are for?
Enlighten me.
The eye is strongly connected to its location.
Well, we saw one in the monitor room.
Yup. Alice and I found an unusual room in the laboratory.
Oh!
The room showed screens of various areas. I believe those images were captured through the eyes. You were monitoring everything from that room. Come to think of it. Well, about the nightmare speaking.
Well, that caught me by surprise.
Oh, good. So Clara was about to relay the information to you.
What about Clara? Do you know something, Miko? No.
Huh? He didn't hear it from Clara? Maybe the Riding Hood told them. You knew about the nightmare before we even reported it to you. Also,
It seemed the margin created by the jail's mimicry is pregnant human doesn't affect the infant. In other words, it's impossible for the jail to use mimicry on the infant carried by its mother. Those marchants continue to nurture their infant until they burst out, possessing special powers.
oddly enough, you also spoke about the origin of the Blood Maiden just after we found out. You brought it up, not knowing that Kaguya spoke to us about outside of the dawn. I didn't know why the professor brought it up back then, but now I do. After we learned about Rapunzel's origin, we wouldn't suspect it for keeping it secret. You didn't want us to doubt you, isn't that right, Professor?
I see, your assumptions are quite valid.
Then,
Those eyes are there to monitor the safety of our unit, investigating the jail. We placed those eyes in the areas during our expedition long ago. That statement seems reasonable. I don't recall seeing any eye around my home. Corroborated by the dawn ceasing its deployment of the units there. Does that make sense to you?
everything I'm pitting against him isn't working. What should I do? Jack, does it make sense even if possible to set up many eyes so easily? Alice. That's right. I can't give up. I can't end it like this.
It seems we spent quite some time discussing this, but I'm glad to know we're all in agreement now.
No, not yet. If those were installed by us, why did the jail allow it? Why didn't the Martian or the Nightmare try to destroy those eyes? That's further proof that you were working with the jail. Snark was communicating with the Nightmare using the transceiver. I believe that was done so that the Martian can command the Martian to capture humans and torture them to spur the jail's growth. That would match the escape plan's objective as well.
But that's enough, Snark.
Snark?
The professor Snark?
Haru? Did he just say Snark?
What are you saying, Haru? Jack did the best he could. They already have you cornered. I was hoping you would change your mind, but I suppose that isn't going to happen. You can't replace that was lost. Just give it up, Snark. This whole scheme of creating a team to abuse after fighting Red Riding Hood was gone too far.
Abuse?
You replaced Professor Tajima. You came up with this escape plan. And things went well when finding new bloodmates that do your bidding. I'm guessing you wanted to separate them because you thought you were done with them service.
That's right. That came up before.
I know, why don't you all separate into teams this time? And
why do you suggest that?
with Kaguya and Cinderella in the group now, you all need to move together like before. Our goal is still far off. I think it would make sense to have a team head while the other team says. So it seemed I did have a traitor on our team.
You're not denying it, Dad?
Let me say it again. Just stop. Everything changes. You're not in control. Think about coexisting with this planet.
What are you talking about, Haru? What do you mean by planet?
We came from a different planet that was destroyed long ago.
Are you guys aliens or something?
Okay, I wasn't expecting that they were aliens. He was controlling the creatures found on our planet so that it would mature to his bidding.
Creatures as in the jail?
That's hard to believe. But the jail decided to coexist with this planet. Our story ends there. What if I said our story hasn't ended yet? Give it up, Snark. You disappoint me, Hannah. You truly are a traitor. Now then, I need to ask all of you to scatter the toys to go back into your box. He has a working gun. Everyone, be careful. Don't worry, I won't do anything if you all stay put. Or if you prefer, you may leave the tower. I will continue down this path to attain my goal.
Dad? Even if you aren't the same dad I knew before, you're still my dad.
I appreciate that you've done for me, Red Riding Hood. Your effort accelerated my plans. But I have no need for you anymore. Goodbye, Red Riding Hood.
Red Riding Hood. Everyone, let's go after the professor. No, after Snark.
Wait, there's one other thing you all need to know.
Haru?
His objective is to change the world using this tower, using the jail for insemination.
Change the world? Change the world?
He's trying to revive what was lost on our planet. What does it have to do with the jail's insemination? A new life is born through the insemination, a brand new core. The jail core's mimicry is bringing shiftings, even desires.
Yes, just like the jail brought life the characters from storybooks. And like how I was born from the desire of the children who read those storybooks. Michiru? So
you're reincarnated form too. Form then. Sister, I can't be.
I found out where I came from. I came where a preschool once stood long ago. It seemed I was mimicked to life without my knowledge by the bluebird, by Snark. I'm sorry, Chikaki, for all the suffering I caused you. I'm such a bad sister.
So Snark is planning to use the jail's mimicry on the new core to bring about a new world. Yeah, I tried to convince him to change his way to coexist with this world, but yes, I made more trouble than I had fixed. Sorry, everyone.
Haru.
Let's hurry. He's gonna finish up by using the followers' lives. I'm sure they'll be being held somewhere in this floor.
Let's go and find them. What?
It's right there.
Should I?
If you want.
That cutscene take most of the time of the video.
Yes, it did.
So we're just gonna destroy the next part of the video, and that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed. And that was kind of like a present voice.
No choices. Actually, the other one was so many choices.
Yeah. So let's go to the next part. So, I'll to the next part of the video. Goodbye.
See ya.